too much internet.
Y bienvenidos al próximo capítulo de Mucho Internet Podcast.
Shut up.
I
I
butchered it. But like sometimes you gotta do bilingual. Bilingual works bilingual works in this scenario because it's like, look, whenever I go speaking Spanish in scenarios, I know I'm walking into not a trap, but like not a great situation. I went to go buy a tres leches cake for New Year's, right? And my mom wanted it somewhere, particularly in the Bronx, that she fucks with. And if y'all want to know where, it's this bakery that's like right next to this theater around 185th or 188th on Grand Concourse. This theater that's there, it used to be an actual movie theater. Then they closed it, and then they reopened it as like a performing arts theater. And they had concerts and shit like that there.
I think I know which one.
There's like a GameStop on Fordham, right?
I don't go to Fordham. The fuck I'm doing at Fordham?
Fake ass. And then excuse me, stop texting me. Anyways, yeah. So there's one right there. There's a bakery. It's really dope, right? Mm-hmm. So I go inside.
What's it
and
called?
I'm like, I forgot. I'm not gonna lie to you, but you know what?
Bitch.
Stay out of my bakeries, all right? White people. I know you're the only ones listening to this podcast. No. So, but it's a dope bakery. Even though I like on Facebook, I was asking people like, "Yo, we're gonna get tres leches cake in Manhattan," and then everybody kept linking me to this one bakery, and I did not go, and I felt really bad. So I'm gonna have to hit that spot because three people said it. But I mean, am I gonna go to what the people were telling me or where my mom was sending me? You want me to get hit with a chancla? No,
the people.
Fuck that. You listen to what mama says. I don't care what anyone tells you.
What
Anyways,
about
unless
the
mama tells you to go murder people. I mean, yo, man, fuck people, you know? All right. All right. That's the theme of this episode. Fuck people. Low key, except for like one part, fuck people. All right. Not like fuck people, but like fuck people, right? I feel like this is like the cursing has went up like 50% compared to last episode.
Exactly.
Yeah, fuck people, right? That's literally gonna be the episode. Fuck people. Like I said, we'll change the F to something else. What would it be? Fish people?
Fish people.
Fish people. We'll do fish people. Yeah. So I went to go get the tres leches cake, and then I'm like, hey, I was said it in Spanish, so I gotta do this. Hold on. Whenever I hit my Spanish mode, I gotta hit my Spanish mode. It's like code. It's like hola. Yo quiero un bizcocho de tres leches.
Oh, that's what you want? Bet.
He was like, I was like, yeah, I'll see you quiero un bizcocho de tres leches, and they're like, yeah, so which one do you want, 35 or 45? I'm like, 35.
I'm like, you want a vagina?
Oh my god, bro! But like, you see, what do you say? What is it?
We say
What's
pastel.
Un pastel de tres leches?
Yeah.
I guess it's because we say bizcocho. That being said, if y'all don't know the story, but we said in this podcast
Bizcocho
before,
and pastel.
I was in one of Karina's friends' birthdays, little brother's birthdays, or little sister's birthday. Then they were handing out cake, right? And I was asking people if they would want cake. But in Mexican Spanish, which is not real Spanish, in Mexican Spanish, right? They say pastel, right? Or in Puerto Rican say pastel too. But like Central American countries and like
They'll say bizcocho.
Yeah, we say bizcocho, which is like translated to pussy for them, or slang for pussy. So who's really immature here, right? Let's be real. Who's immature here? Clearly
You
the
are.
Mexicans. No, but so I go there, and then like, yeah, he's like, oh, you want 35 or 45? I'm like 35. Like he knew my Spanish was off. But I was there. I don't know. As a Latino or Latin or Latinx or Latin-y, right? Whatever you want, right?
Sure.
I'm surprised you haven't put your gender in your bio yet. I feel like why not? You're progressive.
I'm hella progressive. I don't know.
Yeah,
just
but you're
never give it a thought. I'm just like, all right, I guess.
You can ask me, I guess. I mean, is it rude to ask? Yeah, I kind of guess it is rude, huh? In 2021, it's kind of rude to.
What are your pronouns? Nah, I'd be like, what are your pronouns? I feel like that's respectable.
That's respectable. That's fair.
I guess so.
I've yet to be in a scenario, but that's because we've been locked down. I've yet to be in a scenario to not. I don't have to ask someone what their pronouns is, but to like want to get into that scenario. That being said, I got the cake. I forgot where I was getting at with this. I got the cake, but he knew.
You're horrible
he knew
Spanish.
My Spanish is bad, yo. My
Yo,
code
it
switching is
is
terrible in Spanish, yo.
horrible.
And it's like, it's funny because my parents like deal with it. Like that's very kind of them that they could just
Yeah.
deal with it, but it's just bad, and it's something I definitely want to hone before I'm 30. Like just to make sure I gotta make sure my Spanish is really good, like writing and speaking. That's no doubt what I gotta do. Because I wanted to learn like another language, and I was like, bitch, you don't even know Spanish that well.
Spanish,
like, don't,
perfect
like,
your Spanish first.
It's not bad though. Like I've done like interviews in Spanish. I've conducted interviews in Spanish. I've had conversations in Spanish. But man, my confidence goes low. My confidence goes low. Like, what's something you don't know like about at all that you can't like talking about it would be trash
at all in Spanish? I don't. So you see, like at work, like most of the people that live there are like Spanish, and they don't speak like a lick of English. I'm just like, all right, I have to have this conversation with you in Spanish. My Spanish to you guys is fluent as fuck, but to them it is trash.
I've never said your Spanish was fluent as fuck. You're giving yourself a little too much credit here.
It's way better than yours. That's for sure.
Oh no, yes, but you okay? Now let me just say something real quick. Because my Spanish is so bad, just because yours is better doesn't mean it's there. You see, if you're on YouTube and you search too much internet, this is just the spectrum. My Spanish is here. Her Spanish is like here, but she thinks her Spanish is here. So you gotta bring it down.
Is there?
You gotta bring it down. You gotta bring it down. No, but I mean, yeah, you speak way better Spanish than I do. I'll give you that. No doubt.
Yeah. So like they're asking me shit. I'm just like, how do you say this in Spanish? I'm just like, and I'm trying to find like a loophole where I can say the thing without saying the thing, but also saying the thing.
You put an O or A at the end. Hamster O.
They're like talking about medication. I'm just like, I don't know.
Dale un Advil.
Yeah, basically, I'm just like,
Dale Tylenol. Actually, you could really give a dog Tylenol or Advil. One of those
aspirin,
two.
Yeah.
Aspirin, period. Yeah. They can take like a normal dose, which is kind of crazy, but that makes sense. It's depending on their weight.
Mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, like I'm having these full on conversations in Spanish about things I usually don't talk to about in Spanish. And I'm just like, yo, my Spanish is fucking trash, bro.
Yeah, that's the worst. Your confidence just go like your confidence probably doesn't go as low as mine, but my confidence drops because I'm just like, fuck, like I wasn't really trying to like act like I knew Spanish like that, but I was just trying. I don't even know if it was. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. I didn't know if it was like right of me to walk in speaking Spanish. Yeah, because I know this is a Spanish institution. I know we're in America. I know this is in New York. I know majority of people speak English, but like Kaz from the Say Less with Kaz show, shout out to everybody from that show. He said like he made a good point, and I agree with him. He was like Latinos are like the majority minority because most things are like English or Spanish. Yeah. Like I don't see like English, Spanish, or I was gonna say African, but that is not correct.
That's not and then I was gonna say correct.
Right, that's not politically correct. It's black. But no, like yeah, like I don't see those kind of things. I mean, there'll be other locations where I'll see more so like Mandarin or Chinese, but way before I'll see like Russian maybe, but like we're I mean. It's a weird way to say it, but yeah, we are the majority minority. Like they place us equal almost. But all that to say, I hate eBay right now. I really hate eBay. I was upset. I'm not gonna lie. I was upset the last maybe 4 to 5 days because of eBay. So I went on an eBay rush in December and not purchasing on eBay, selling on eBay.
Selling
on eBay, right? Because I was just like, you know what, let me make a little extra cash. The holidays are here, right? I don't go hard on gifts. Like for my family, they're like me. It's like they're more appreciative of the fact that they got a gift than caring about what the gift is.
Okay.
But that being said, I've definitely received very terrible gifts before. But not more so from like friends and family, more just like of people who I didn't know that well. And they made like a weird assumption of me.
Did you get like 50 like camera mugs that hold coffee?
I've only gotten one in my life. Can you believe that? As a photographer, I've only gotten one in my life. And I think that's all I need. I've gotten like camera, like photography, like stuff before, I guess, like little cute tinctures. And then I've gotten like My sister actually this Christmas gave me like a a clock that's like made from a vinyl.
Oh, that's cool.
Right. And then like it's a lasered out camera on it. It's cool. Okay. It's over here, but I'll show you later. That being said, so I was on an eBay selling spree. So I'm like, cool. I actually sold a camera on eBay for a good amount of money. And I was like, cool. Right. What usually happens on eBay, if y'all don't ever do eBay, it's not bad. It's kind of easy, actually. If it's an item that's kind of valued, or if people want it, especially electronics, and nowadays, well, especially from last year, cameras and microphones and all that stuff and computer stuff, the price has gone up mainly because of the rarity. Like computer graphics cards are especially like a rarity right now. Like you can't buy it in retail stores. You have to, like, a lot of graphics cards, like the popular ones, are now all in resale, but like just like tickets for a concert, they're being scalped. So people are finding ways around it. That being said, I sold a camera. I sold a VR headset kind of thing. And then I sold, well, this month, funny enough, I sold like a graphics card, and I sold like an adapter for a lens, right? And so that being said, I was like, cool, that's money in my pocket. It was good money in my pocket. I didn't spend that much on Christmas for gifts, sort of, but it met that needs. Next thing I know, right, I packaged everything nice. Like, I've been like actually holding on to like packaging and stuff like that.
Wow, look at you.
I've been holding on to bubble wrap, like the bigger bubble wraps, fucking boxes and stuff, just to make sure like packaging's good. Everyone gets their stuff nice. I'll like hit up the buyer. Yeah, like I'm not trying to scam nobody. I'm gonna give them exactly what they want, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be great. So I sell this camera. Next thing I know, they get it. It's good. It's fine. It's I would assume it's fine. If you don't hear anything usually from any scenario, it's usually fine. I like to think. Yeah. Unless like you're holding someone's like head underwater, and if there's no sound, then that's not good. Anyways, so 2 weeks after they received their camera, they filed for a return and refund. And I'm like, what the fuck, right? Then I go on my PayPal and I see a negative balance on my account. I'm like, yo, what the fuck?
Right? How much did you sell that camera for, though?
I don't want to talk about that. Anyways, so it was a good amount. It was like $500, right? So I'm like, cool. And they were like, oh, it doesn't work. I'm like, it doesn't work.
What do you mean it doesn't work?
Like, I literally, first of all, because when you sell a camera on eBay, people want to find out how many times the shutter released, right? It's almost like the miles of a car. So you want to know how, like, I could give you a camera from like 6 years ago, right? And it's a 6-year-old camera, but the value will stay the same because it's barely been used. But I could give you a camera from like 2 years ago, and the value could be lower. Yeah, the value could be way lower. I figured out the shutter because another buyer asked that, right? And the funny thing about eBay is that usually your post is like 7 days long, and you don't start seeing the bets coming in until literally the last 10 minutes. You'll just see that shit go up and up. So for the 7 days,
you're like, damn, nobody's buying this shit.
Yeah,
and you're like,
and it's because they're letting it be until the last second. Yeah, they're letting it be till the last second just so they could catch it, right? Which is good if you're a seller, terrible if you're a buyer, because I've definitely tried to buy a couple of things, and that shit goes from like 300 to like 800 in like a heartbeat. Which is, again, a great for the seller, terrible for a buyer. But these things are usually 200 to 300. Like, at their 300, they're actually around almost $400 to $500 less than like MSRP or retail value, right? Even if it's used. But then once they get to 800, it's only like 200 under retail value if it was new. So at that point, depending on who you are, $200 could be like, fuck it, I'll just get something new. That being said, have you ever sold anything on eBay or bought anything on eBay?
I bought tons of stuff on eBay. Sold, no.
What did you buy on eBay? No. Before I keep going with my story.
It was like dumb shit. It was like
I bet you don't think it's dumb shit.
It was probably dumb shit.
People think it's dumb shit.
It was definitely dumb shit. I don't remember what, but it was definitely dumb shit.
Anime?
Probably some anime shit.
Ramen hat. That stupid Naruto frog thing they use for coins. You didn't get that from eBay?
No, I bought that in Chinatown.
Oh, in Chinatown, huh?
Anyways,
I know. People are not going to Chinatown as much anymore because of this virus. It's a little fucked up.
It's a little racist.
It's a little racist. But apparently they are having like higher cases in Chinatown. So it's a little racist, but it's a little true, but it's still kind of racist. Anyways, they returned it. They said it didn't work. They sent me pictures and they're like, it says like SD card. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? This shit was working. Right. So I messaged them because you could contact the buyer or just start to return them immediately. I'm like, yo, this shit works. They didn't reply back. I was like, you know what? Let me just get the fucking camera back. But if this shit's broken when it comes back, you
gonna be pissed? You gonna be pissed?
They'll be hearing from me. They'll be hearing from me, all right? Because you can't really do anything.
Contact you.
Yeah, you can't be like an eBay thug. It's like, it's not it. It's not, you can't do that. That being said, I got it today, right? It's right here. I got the camera. Works perfectly fine. Works absolutely fine. So what's the problem? Nothing. I think they were trying to scam the fuck out of me, which is what I'm upset about right now. I hate when someone tries to pull one on me.
But how would they pull one on you? Because they have to send the camera
because
back,
now they get their fucking money back. Now they get their $500 back, and I'm out $500 when this was perfectly fine. But then when people hear that they're getting I think what it is, and Loki, I really think this is what it is. I feel like this motherfucker heard they're getting their stimmy, right? So they're like, you know what? You know what's better than a $500 camera to use? An $1,100 camera that's new. So he pulled that fast one. But he scammed it because I put no returns on the posting, right? You can list it, and then in the official listing, you also put no returns. But he marked it as a defective item. So he screwed me over. And I'm like, yo, go fuck yourself. And this motherfucker's in New York. So if you ever come across this podcast, go fuck yourself. 100%. Because this shit, it's fine. Because I'm not going to lie. I was actually going to get another camera, right? Okay. This is not, it's an old camera. It works 100% fine. And I can get great pictures and video out of it. It doesn't do 4K. But I can still do a lot with this. I wanted to take more pictures of stuff. I wanted to just have an everyday camera instead of using my main work camera, which is the beautiful quality that you get to see here on youtube.com. You search Too Much Internet. And, just take more pictures overall. So I'm like, whatever. I got the camera back. Fuck it. I know this camera. I'm good. But man, that shit pissed me off, bro. When I got it back and I'm here, we're using it. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like, I hate people. I literally hate people. Now, that being said, I got their tripod piece that they left here. Guess what?
Damn,
Go fuck yourself.
Fuck you, guy.
You ain't getting that shit back. You ain't getting no stable shots no more, my guy. That shit gonna be like this. That shit gonna be like this when you play it. Because you know what? You don't know how to use a fucking camera because apparently my shit don't work, right? Fucker.
It's something like the SD card?
They said, oh, when I put a lens in an SD card in it doesn't work. I'm like, oh, that's crazy because I just put a lens in an SD card and it totally works. Not only did I take pictures and upload it, right? Because they put a false claim, but I also I literally took a picture with my phone, right? Literally took a picture with my phone. Hold on, let me show you. I'm going to show you. I'm going to fucking show you. I literally took a picture with my phone of the camera, looking at the last image it took with the date on it from both my other phone. Look at that.
Okay.
Fucker. That shit got me tight, bro. I was like, you dead ass. Whatever. So I was like, eBay, I want my shipping costs back. They were like, bet. We understand because they fucked up there. So what the fuck? So another person wanted to return on the VR headset, but that was because the model number that I listed was off one number. And apparently that made a huge difference for the phone that they're using. Bro. Yeah, so that part was 100% my fault. And I was like, I apologize. And then here's your item back. So I fucked up there. I sold like two things, but both people I was like, yo, you sure you understand that you're buying this thing and it's using that you could use it and then it has exactly this and I don't want no mistakes. They're like, yes. I'm like, bet.
No more returns, bro.
Yeah, no more fucking returns, bro. That blew mine, son. I was like, I got my stimmy. Did you get your stimmy yet? Did you check your mail? You didn't check your mail.
I checked my mail. No.
Yeah, they sent it to me in I don't know why you unfocused. Why are you unfocusing? There you go. There you go. Yeah, I got it in the mail this time. So for all the people, even though this is gonna be next week, and I would hope by next week you guys get your stimmy. Get it.
Hopefully by next week.
Maybe because a lot of people are actually having issues that you're having. I'm gonna fix this camera real quick. I think I should probably fix it. A lot of people are actually having the same issue you're having, which is that they're not getting their stimmy on time, quote unquote, or they're just not getting it at all. Yeah, so I'm sure by next week it'll be resolved. I mean, like, look, it's $600 you're gonna get out of the air, quote unquote. You know, like all the shit. I think I was talking to you about this, but I don't know if we talked about it on air or not. But all this money is liquid. Like you don't really see this cash.
It's all fake.
Yeah, it's all like it's just a number that gets like my account. It's kind of weird how that works though. My account is just numbers going up and down. There's no real cash. There's no real thing.
You see numbers.
Why'd you look at me? Why'd you look at it like that?
Up and down, bro.
Your shit don't look up and down?
Nah.
What your shit look? Your shit is not all going up. You don't be buying nothing?
Nah.
You lying. You lying. All that bubble tea. You know how I know you're fucking lying? I know you're getting the large every single time when you go to boba.
That's false. I get a medium because a lot of sugar. So
yo, don't make me go there. When the fuck did you start caring about sugar and products? Yo, I would judge Karina. I've judged Karina for the last 4 or 5 years of the fact that this girl, I was gonna say this bitch, but I knew I'm gonna get eaten out for that. Fuck it, this bitch fucking gets like, she would get like, bruh, let me tell you the sugariest, one of the most sugar-filled sodas is sodas with fruit flavor, right? So like Welch's grape, Welch's orange or Fanta orange or Fanta piña, right? All those have like 80 grams of sugar in one bottle. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And they look at your bottles of Fanta or like Country Club. Well, Country Club probably has like maybe 30, 40 if it's like Fanta West.
I've never had Country Club, so
it's like it's pretty good. Pretty good. I mean, they have like another one. I mean, the one that their popular red one is like Rojo. Is like you could get. I forgot what's the other brand. They all have
enough flavors, just Rojo.
It's literally Rojo. Yeah, like it's probably like frambuesa or like fresa or some shit like that.
Wow,
but
damn,
that being said, yeah, see, I know my fruits in Spanish. Those shits have mad sugar, bro. And she would dead ass come to class. Yo, I would high key judge you every time. Even though I would dead ass be, I would dead be drinking like a 3-shot espresso coffee. That's not much better, but no sugar. There's no sugar. High blood pressure, diabetes. High blood pressure, diabetes. I kind of rather have high blood pressure.
Okay, you have your high blood pressure. I have my diabetes then.
Yeah, that's that. We should call it. That's us. That's us. Hi, I'm high blood pressure. I'm diabetes.
Welcome to a show.
And we're obese. That's the reality of America, y'all. We are all obese. Fuck it. Who cares? We're gonna die one day. But yeah, like, yo, you would come in with a fucking Fanta, bro, or a ginger ale, and I'm over here like with my cup of coffee, like, yo, what the fuck? But you would fall asleep. That would make you fall asleep. I realized, I learned that really hard in college, that I should not be having shitty meals before a class.
You have the what was it called? The halal food. There we go. Yeah. Halal food.
That shit slapped for $5 though. That shit slap for $5. You get the spicy rice, extra white, little hot, regular barbecue, and you eat that shit up. Yo, you're knocked out for the class. You're knocked out for the class. That being said, college for us was what, 4 years ago? We graduated 4 years ago. We entered as a freshman. 5. It's gonna be 5. But it's about to be almost 9 since we entered college. One thing I wanted to go through real quick, not real quick, we're gonna just go through it because fuck you guys. But before we get into that topic, I just want to remind you guys to make sure you listen to us every Thursday now. Every Thursday.
I guess Thursday.
We're figuring it out. It's either Wednesday or Thursday. It's more likely
Wednesday/Thursday.
Yeah, like we're gonna have a definite day, either Wednesday or Thursday. But you let us know if one of our pals hits us up and goes, yo, you know what? Do Thursday instead or do Wednesday. I want to see that someone went this far and actually listened, right? And I swear to God, it will Venmo you $5. $5 to your name if you tell me which day.
Eddin will Venmo you $5.
I will Venmo you $5 personally. If you actually listened up to this part of the episode and then you told me, hey man, you should listen, you should do this day. And I'll be like, yo, what is your Venmo and or Cash App? $5 whole straight to you. A cup of coffee with a little bit like 1 shot of espresso. Straight to you, I swear on everything. But I'm not gonna tell anybody. I'm gonna just let it be. And it can't be like it can't be Hector. It can't be Hector. It can't be, who can it not be?
Lorena, damn.
I don't want to exclude Lorena. I kind of have to because I know she listens.
She do be listening sometimes.
You be listening, which I appreciate. Like, I appreciate a lot. Don't get it twisted. You will get an appreciation post, but I need it to be somebody else. Like, let me know you're listening. I'm putting money into this now. It's $5.
The least expected person.
Who would be the least expected person? I have a name, but I'm gonna have to blur it out. I don't want to do all that. Anyways, so we graduated college almost 5 years ago. We entered college around almost 9 years ago. So I feel old, a little old. I don't feel old. I don't feel like I can't do anything. I don't feel like I'm about to retire. I feel like this is the time for me to do a lot more, honestly, oddly enough, but I feel like that every year.
Okay.
Every year I feel like that. I wanted to go down the list of popular songs from not only 10 years ago, but from 20 years ago.
20 years ago, we were in elementary.
20 years ago,
yes,
I was 6.
It's elementary. No,
both
middle
6.
school. No, wait.
No, that's not
I can't do math.
Middle school starts at like 12, 11.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry.
So
Math
elementary school. We were in what grade per se? Well, we were in fifth, sixth grade.
So like
6th grade.
First or second? Second?
What?
Second grade.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes more sense, actually. Yeah, sorry. You're in my 2nd grade. Yes. I remember my 1st grade teacher. Well, actually, someone reminded me about my 1st grade teacher. One of my boys, her name was Miss Tedeschi. That was my 1st grade teacher. She was a white woman. That's right. In the Bronx on 182nd and Valentine Avenue, we had a white teacher. She was cool.
White teacher.
Yeah.
That's great.
Do you remember what your teacher's name was from
1st grade?
Yeah, from 1st or 2nd grade?
1st grade was Miss Arnold. She was an old white lady.
Yeah, we both had old white women. Yeah. Woo. Do you remember what it was like? It was interesting where I saw this question like maybe a few years ago. Do you remember what was your first like male or female like minority teacher or black teacher or Latino teacher? My first one was like 2nd grade. Mr.
So my first minority teacher, I guess, would be in kindergarten. I was in a ESL class.
Cool.
So she had to be minority.
Why are you showing off?
She had to be minority.
Why are you showing off that you spoke Spanish pretty well when you were like 4?
I did. That's all I spoke.
Hambre. Is that what you said?
And then my English was trash. So.
But then your English got better, and then your Spanish. I mean, I feel like maybe your Spanish stayed the same from like elementary school.
That's fucking crazy. It definitely improved, but I see your point.
I mean, your Spanish, not your English. My bad. That's what I meant. Well, your Spanish improved, you said?
Yeah. Since I was 4, I would fucking hope so.
I mean, what else did you learn? Like, what? Can you actually give me a full form, nice sentence in Spanish? That's not the most basic thing ever.
Like, what do you want me to say?
What's the meaning of life, Karina? Say it in Spanish. Yo creo que el meaning of life is...
El meaning of life.
You know what I meant, see? We're in the United States of America where bilingual is common. No, but...
Vida es comer tacos.
I don't know if you're trying to just be stereotypically Mexican or you really mean that, but I think you really mean that.
I really mean that. So fuck you guys.
Fine. I can't find a date on this, but I just see 10 years ago, and I'm going to just assume that comedycentral.co.uk is accurate, and they mean 10 years ago. I don't think 10 years ago probably in 2020, not in 2021, but that's fine. We'll still do this. These are 24 songs that came out 10 years ago because we're old as fuck. Yes. I don't think this is accurate though. Hold on, let me see. Let me see what this is. From this first song. Oh, this is absolutely... Oh, no. Wait, what?
Is it accurate? Is it not accurate?
This is so... First of all, it said Welcome to the Black Parade came out 2016, and I know that's not right.
What came out?
Okay. Oh, this is for... Oh, no, this was for... Oh, no, this is for... Wow, God. I need a 2020 version of this. Why did I do an inaccurate account? No, well, I was going to say Welcome to the Black Parade, but that's not. Songs that came out
more than 10 years ago.
Probably songs from 2010. There you go. Bam. All right. So these are the Hot 100 songs. We'll only do 24. How about that? From 2010. The first one is TikTok by Kesha. Go figure.
TikTok.
Right? Need You Now by Lady Antebellum.
That's my jam.
Hey Soul Sister by Train. California Girls by Katy Perry featuring Snoop Dogg. That beat from California Girls is fire though. Oh My God, Usher feature will.i.am.
I don't think I've ever heard that song. Wait, yes, I have.
Oh my God, I fall in love. Okay, cool. Airplanes, yeah, by B.O.B. featuring Haley Williams.
Jam.
Is it because Haley Williams is in it?
Duh.
Love the Way You Lie, Eminem featuring Rihanna. Ready for this one?
Okay.
Bad Romance, Lady Gaga. Dynamite, Tayo Cruz. Break Your Heart, Tayo Cruz featuring Ludacris.
Yeah, where's Tayo Cruz?
I don't know, but he had 2 good hits that I feel like I don't need to ask. Like, I feel like Dynamite and Break Your Heart are just good songs. I'm like, you know what, Tayo Cruz, you served your purpose. Nothing
That's
on
it,
You.
just 2 songs?
I mean, what else? Do you know another Tayo Cruz song?
Now that's what I'm asking. Where is he? Where are you, Tayo Cruz?
Like it's Dynamite. Like, that's kind of fire. Like, I feel you ended there. Nothing on You, B.O.B. featuring Bruno Mars. That's where I first heard Bruno Mars. And then God bless that man's soul today. I Like It by Enrique Iglesias. Where is he?
He's still doing music. What do you mean?
Still doing music?
Yeah.
Is he at the like top charts of Latin music?
I don't listen to top chart music. You know this.
That's true. Yeah, you listen to
the same songs from like 10 years ago.
Right. Bedrock, Young Money featuring Lloyd. In my head, Jason Derulo, which Jason Derulo is like was killing it in 2020. Jason Derulo had a great year in 2020.
Is he the one doing TikToks?
Yo, you know what's funny? So yes.
No,
it's him.
Derulo.
Yeah, it's Jason Derulo. But it's funny how you confuse them though. That being said, when that was happening, I was like, yo, Jason Derulo really needs that much money to like be on TikTok and shit. And then I started seeing that this dude rose really high up on the charts with TikTok and even made TikTok like songs from TikTok like he samples.
Did. Yeah.
Right. Because those samples weren't expensive because they kind of got popular from TikTok, but people weren't like using them. And he made songs and shit. And Jason Derulo won TikTok last year, 100%. There's like those like girls that dance and shit like that, but like he won TikTok like 100%.
You guys, he goes like all out. I'm just like, yo, that's crazy.
He gets like crazy special editors and all that stuff. I'm like, dang, for TikTok, whatever.
Okay.
There's Rude Boy by Rihanna.
Okay.
Telephone, Lady Gaga featuring Beyonce. Kind of, you know what's funny is that's like kind of my lower tier songs of Lady Gaga from the popular songs. Telephone. Yeah, one of my least favorite Beyonce features. Like, it's a good song, but like, is that top 20?
Beyonce feature.
That's top 20 of your Lady Gaga songs or top 10?
Top
20 fine. So. Not top 10. That's not top 10 Lady Gaga song. Teenage Dream, Katy Perry. Just the Way You Are, Bruno Mars. Cooler Than Me, Mike Posner.
What the fuck is Mike Posner?
Fuck. If I could write you a song to make you fall in love, yeah. If you listen to it, you'll know. I'm a B, the Black Eyed Peas.
Oh yeah.
Empire State of Mind was 10 years ago. Oh. Yeah. And people fuck with that song OD. I feel like that replaced New York with Frank Sinatra.
That's a modern anthem.
Yeah.
You hear that everywhere.
DJ Got Us Falling in Love, Usher featuring Pitbull. Billionaire, Travis McCoy featuring Bruno Mars. This is Bruno Mars' feature year. Not Afraid, Eminem. And then I'll do one more for 25. Replay by Yes. Shawty got a medley in my head. Nah, every day. Oh. My iPod, second replay. Yeah, there you go. Those are 25 songs from 10 years ago. Well, I think I'm inaccurate if it's 2021. Then I guess I got
11 years ago.
That means I gotta do 2011. Rolling in the Deep, Adele. Party Rock Anthem, LMFAO, Firework, Katy Perry, E.T., Katy Perry. This is Katy Perry's year.
Katy Perry.
Give Me Everything, Pitbull, Grenade, Bruno Mars, Super Bass, Nicki Minaj, Move Like Jagger, Maroon 5 featuring Christina Aguilera, Just Can't Get Enough, The Black Eyed Peas, On the Floor, Jennifer Lopez, S&M, Rihanna, Pump Up the Kicks, Foster the Kids. That's a really sad song. Last Friday Night, Katy Perry, Just the Way You Are, Bruno Mars. Tonight, Enrique Iglesias, Raise Your Glass, Pink. Born This Way, Lady Gaga, Fucking Perfect, Pink, What's My Name, Rihanna, Look at Me Now, Chris Brown, Down on Me, Jeremiah, How to Love, Lil Wayne, Someone Like You, Adele, and 25, Good Life by One Republic. Wow, Adele was 10 years ago where she really started popping like that. That's crazy.
It's fucking crazy.
Damn, 10 years ago? I feel like that was literally like never. Aha, got it. Now people fuck with Adele OD though, like straight up. I just realized you put a like SD card case on your thingamajig.
Yeah.
Now that being said, that would be so popular songs from 2001 would be 20 years ago. So shout out to all my 90s babies real quick. And the reason why I got this idea of wanting to go down this list is because apparently the only way you can't get alcohol right now, right? The only way is that if your year starts off with a 2. Anything that starts off with a 1, then goes with a 9, and then goes with another 9.
I forgot what I saw. It was like either like a TikTok. He was like, "Oh, I need to see your ID," and then they see the ID. It was like, "Oh, that's fine. I see the 1 in the beginning." You're like, "What? The 1? What do you mean?" Yeah.
If you see the 1 in the beginning, they know you're ass old. Yeah. That's where like it's weird to think like in 1920 how that was a thing, like basically probably the same thing. Or 1921 is probably just basically the same thing. You're just kind of like, fuck, like that's 100 years ago. And we're almost repeating. History repeats itself straight up. They had the Spanish flu, then the Roaring '20s, then the Great Depression, and then all this other shit. And then they had a couple wars. Just saying. But that being said, these are the year-end Hot 100 singles of 2001.
Okay.
Hanging by a Moment, Lifehouse. Who's that? Do you know that song?
I know that song. Yeah, I do know that song.
Hum it for us.
I don't know. I don't know. But I know that song. Okay, go on.
Hum it. Come on.
I don't know. I know the song. It sounds familiar.
Wow, this is crazy. Fallen, Alicia Keys was 20 years ago.
Oh, man.
All For You, Janet Jackson. Drops of Jupiter by Train.
Oh, all the jams.
I'm Real, Jennifer Lopez. If You're Gone, Matchbox 20. Let Me Blow Your Mind, Eve. Thank You, Ditto, which is also the sample for Stan.
Yeah.
Again, Lenny Kravitz. Independent Woman, Destiny's Child.
Oof.
Hit 'Em Up Style, Blue Control. It Wasn't Me, Shaggy. That's right. Stutter, Joe featuring Mystical. It's Been a While, Stained. You Remind Me, Usher. Where the Party At, Jagged Edge featuring Nelly. Angel, Shaggy. Ride With Me, Nelly. Follow Me, Uncle Cracker. I don't know how that worked. Peaches and Cream, 112. Drive, Incubus. What Would You Do, City High. Survivor, Destiny's Child. Lady Marmalade, Christina Aguilera, Lil Kim, and Maya and Pink. And I'm going to only go up to 25. Miss Jackson, Outcast. That's right. That was 20 years ago. That reminds me, because I love doing throwbacks and shit for when I'm DJing. I gotta change a lot of my songs. Because like I'm usually DJing when I was working at Stumbling. Shout out to everybody at Stumbling and all the best bars. I hope y'all doing okay. I'd be DJing from like 7 till 4. Yeah. So I need to fill up 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9 hours. I need to fill up 9 hours of music. You think I'm just staying to 2020?
No.
Maybe. No. But you know.
Majority, yes.
Without repeating songs? Probably not. Like,
wait, so do you do like the same songs every week? Or like do you try to change it up since it's like 9 hours every fucking week?
Popular songs, no doubt. The popular songs are usually almost mixed very the same when I was doing it. The older songs I was able to go through like from 7 to like almost 11. I would take majority of the requests.
Okay.
Like, I don't care. People are trying to fill up. Maybe by 10. Like I didn't want to. I would let people play whatever. Like I would get whatever. But by like 10, like that's when people were like really coming in, and then all the cool people want to come up at like 12, and then all the really like the people who are like trashed and they just wanted to find another bar.
1, 2.
1 and 2. And then the people who are just or like us, like where we're just or like people who are just coming from something and they're like, you know what, I just want to drink real quick. 3 o'clock. Because people are usually hammered by 3 o'clock. Because they're like 4 o'clock is right there. And then, you know, whatever. But usually the hits come on like around 11 to
11,
12 to like around 2 o'clock. Then by 3, I'm hitting almost 40 years ago of what music, or 50 years ago. If I play like Earth, Wind, and Fire and MJ, like that's basically almost 50 years ago. So that's kind of crazy to think. I'm not gonna lie to you, but yeah, I don't know. Do you feel old? Do you feel it's 2021? Like I don't know if I really. I feel like you don't. I feel like most people didn't really age this year because we mainly stayed inside. Did we really age
from the last year? I don't think so.
Because like we didn't really do a lot.
I didn't do much. I just stayed home playing video games. I mean, because there was nothing else to do. Granted.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I guess we kind of aged like a year, like number wise. But in a sense, I feel like real aging like that. I don't feel. I mean, I wasn't exerting my body doing something crazy. But then again, you know, it's funny that of us being like, I guess, overweight and shit is that sometimes I'll like look at like athletes and shit. I'm like, damn, like my body can't probably do exactly that. But it could do stuff. Yeah. I'll be thinking that something like, damn, like I wish I had better motivation for like not just weight loss, but better health. Cause I'm like, fuck, my body could do that shit.
Yeah.
Like, just so like from
because of watching Cobra Kai, I'm like, these kids are like 20, 21. They're supposed to be 16, but whatever. I was like, y'all are in such good shape doing all this shit. I'm like, I feel like trash.
That's the worst part about watching sports as an adult, right? Maybe after 30, it's like whatever. But as a 26-year-old, like
I feel like technically we could still do that stuff, but because we
could do it, not making it into leagues and stuff, but we could do it.
Yeah.
My thing is that like as a 26-year-old and I'm like watching people getting drafted into the NBA and they're like 20, 21, I'm like, fuck. Like I gotta do something with my body. It could have been, I mean, not the NBA, but you know, it could have been you. Yeah, it could have been you, you know, like you could have been like at that better potential of your not even weight. It more of like your just like physical standing. But I mean, we got time. That's my thing. I mean, I hate saying that sometimes only because it's like, yes, we have time, but the time should be now. If you want to be like positive, I guess, or like proactive, because I don't want to, because apparently the older you get, the harder it is to lose weight or to get into physical shit.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking it's because it's mainly because of your body, which it is, because your metabolism like slows down when you're older. But it's also just like time. You know, I regret not working out more in high school more or doing a sport.
Same. Well, not doing a sport, but just working out.
I mean, I feel like if you were, I mean, I guess my family didn't really care about that, but I was never pushed into a sport as a kid, ever. I kind of do like the art thing on my own.
I tried out for soccer in high school. I did it for a day and then I quit because it was too much. Like
it was just a lot of physical activity.
Yeah, it was too much running around. I was like, I'm not about that.
Yeah, that's fair. The endurance part is usually the shittiest part about sports, which is like, fuck, like no matter what sport you play, the majority of people have to go run. Unless you're lifting weights, you have to go run.
That's all we did. I did that one day. That's all we did, run. And I'm just like, I'm not cut out for this.
Do you know the science about it? Like I know very mildly from seeing like a visual. It's like, it's because like, I guess the fatter you get, it's the way your lungs are pushed to your heart or some shit like that. So that's why your heart is beating and then it's just uncomfortable. Like your heart, cause you're fatter, I guess like your stomach or some shit, like fat gets too close or whatever. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. And then your heart can't like really expand properly. You can have a beating heart, but like it can't expand properly. So when it's beating, it's like, it's a muscle. You have to work out that muscle. So if it's a weak ass muscle, then that's why your cardiovascular is terrible. And then because of that, you get like heart disease and shit like that. So we gotta chill. I think, yeah, I want to get into better shape before like it's that time where like it starts getting bad. This is like, we're about to hit that age where like health issues are like a thing. It sucks.
My knees suck just going up these stairs. I live on the 4th floor.
Oh, but I don't think it's because of your age. It's because you're not.
It's my age and weight.
Maybe your weight, but I don't think it's your age. I remember the first few times I went outside. There was probably a good like almost a month when I didn't go outside from the virus, at all, right? And that sucked. But when I actually went outside and walked, like I would get tired so fast.
Especially with those inclines, bro.
The day after we hung out, you mean Hector, that one time, I knocked the fuck out that night. And it wasn't because of the alcohol. But I knocked the fuck out that night.
Because we were just walking.
Yeah, it's because of all the walking. I was like, fuck, this is so tiring. Why would we do this all the time? But then like before Rona, it was like, all right, cool, we're walking. We're saving money. We're like,
that's what we did.
Yeah. On a different note, right? So what was interesting is that, I don't know if you remember this, but when we were taping, because we were taping this week, and by this week, it's the 8th today of January. Mm-hmm. And we were taping Tuesday for the episode to come out Thursday. No, we taped Wednesday.
Yes.
Remember, I was like, oh, we could put it out. That being said, this is your second chance. If you didn't hear me the first time, here's your second time. First of all, make sure you follow us on all social media profiles, right? Which is basically Too Much Internet on Instagram and at the TMI Pod on Twitter. Make sure you follow us on all streaming platforms. We got Spotify, we got Google Podcasts, we got Apple Podcasts, we got SoundCloud, we got Amazon Music. Come on, yo. We're on all. Yeah, that's right. You go on Too Much Internet on Amazon, right? Right? You see us in episodes. That's right. Bezos is not paying us, but Bezos knows we're there. This is your opportunity to get $5 to get that same $5. If you hit me up,
if you didn't get that stimmy, at least you're gonna get $5.
Yeah, if you didn't get that stimmy, you get that $5. You get that Eddin stimmy, and that sounds weird. But you'll get that Eddin stimmy, $5 right there in your pocket on Venmo. If you try to do instant transfer, maybe it's like $4.75 because they charge you a fee. But that's unrelated. So that day we recorded, my mom was like calling me because she's usually in the living room. She's like, "Look, Washington." I'm like, "Yeah." So everything always happens in Washington, right?
Yeah.
Right. So I'm like Washington. She's bugging, right? Right. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, whatever, right? So what turned out to happen was that what had happened was, right, where I'm thinking it was like some not normal shit. I knew there was like protesting going on because on the day we were recording, the count was going on again for, I think, electoral votes for the presidential candidacy, right? And so tons of Trumpers, right, went through to protest because they feel like, or they're pushed to believe that they're being scammed out. It was a
rigged election.
Yeah, it was rigged. They're being scammed out. But the country voted, and as much as we would have had to accept another 4 years of Donald Trump, they now have to accept 4 years of Joe Biden. Only 4 years, because he's apparently not going for the 8 at all.
He's not?
I don't think he is. I think he's only going for the 4, straight up. So, we would have to find another person in 4 years. I think. Well, that protest escalated to something more. So it went from protest, and there's a whole actual kind of breakdown that I'm going to guide with us. Right. Which is from BBC, the website, not the
category.
Not the category. It's Capitol Riots, a visual guide to the storming of Congress. So what is 17 when it comes to, if 13 is 1, right? So I guess it's 7 o'clock. At 7 o'clock, right? I guess AM. No, it says midday. What the fuck is 17 GMT? I'm over here thinking it's
Mountain Time.
I guess Mountain Time. Oh no, it's noon. So 17 is noon Mountain Time, right? They also said midday, so that should have made sense to me. Thousands of people gathered at the Lips, right near the White House, to hear the president speak at a Save America rally. And then he said, this is what apparently he said, quote unquote, "We're going to walk down Pennsylvania Avenue and we're going to go to the Capitol and we're going to try and give our Republicans, the weak ones, the kind of pride and boldness that they need to take back our country," end quote. quote unquote, right? Which could mean one thing or another. It doesn't necessarily mean an aggressive protest. It doesn't necessarily mean a riot. From that quote alone, I'm not getting something aggressive. I'm understanding that if a person who leans more left which is where I am, and I'm gonna assume, and I think you are, leaning more left. I mean, yeah. I mean, I don't know. He's changing one day. No. If I heard a representative say that, I'd be like, okay, cool. I'm not gonna
march down, right? And then
right. We're gonna go march.
Protest.
We're gonna march and show numbers.
Right.
And I get it. And they're Americans as much as I am an American, where they have the liberty and freedom to do that, and I respect that. You have more than the right to protest. It's your First Amendment. So then clashes began outside the Capitol, which, by the way, Capitol is with an O.
An A.
Not an A. Not the biggest thing here, but just so you know. Because there's internet trolls, and not you, but you. Because there's internet trolls, and trolls like to be grammar. This is kind of fucked up to say. Not really. Grammar Nazis. And they like to try to put anything else that's away from the actual argument. The Capitol is home to the two chambers of government that make up the Congress, the House of Representatives, and the Senate. Chanting crowds start to gather on both sides of the building at around 13:10, right? I don't know how that works in Mountain Time, but point is, grappling with police and metal barricades. I forgot that I forgot this is BBC, so this is kind of like a different time. Tear gas and pepper spray are used to try to keep the protesters at bay. Okay. With all these Black Lives Matter protests and stuff, that was a common thing.
Yeah, tear gas.
Yeah, most protests. Tear gas. When the Wall Street thing happened, how long ago was that? Was it almost 10 years ago?
Probably,
kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Occupy Wall Street. Tear gas, smoke bombs, water sprays, batons, I'm assuming.
All that stuff.
Yeah. So, kind of casual. Sadly, kind of casual.
Pretty common here.
I guess from this article, the energy was kind of met from when people were protesting, but those are two different means of protest, because one was apparently, in my opinion, a corruption of an election, which would ensue chaos if
one was for human rights and the other was because they didn't get what they wanted. So
one was for one person or a couple of people who ensued into a murder of innocent people. The other was to try to abolish an election that was, from what I know, a fair election. From what I know, because maybe there was some fake shit. I don't know. It shouldn't be accepted if there was some fake shit, but if it's as fair as an election, it could be, and votes were counted. Even though Donald Trump did not like the idea of mailed-in ballots, though it makes sense during a pandemic where millions of people are infected with the coronavirus and over 350,000 have died in the United States alone. You know. Crowds break police lines. Police officers struggle to maintain control of the situation as protesters advance on the building on multiple fronts. So they push through. They pushed through and then it landed on the actual building. Because what usually happens in like security, I don't know if you've ever been to DC before.
No.
But the way of security is usually like, you don't even get to touch there's like almost two way, even before like things got crazy. There's like two more, you have to get through two barriers of security before you get to the actual place. Like checking your belongings, checking who you are, like, they want to make sure things are okay. So they, through the east entrance and the west entrance, which is like almost the front and the back, even though the east and west, that is where people broke in. So protesters got into the building from the first floor, right? And then they made their way outside of the Senate chamber. And then that's where all hell broke loose. And people started going and rioting within the building. Tons and tons and tons of Trump supporters. And I would like to say it's mainly Trump supporters only from visuals of media, but I can say that it's Republicans. I could say it's people who are against a potential fraud, and protesters broke in, but we know who it is. Mainly broke in, started causing a riot. There's just tons of footage, and that's the only thing I could go about. Same thing for you, I'm assuming, and from articles. People broke into the Capitol, the nation's capital, which I would think would have tighter security.
You would think.
Started breaking into shit, stealing shit, laughing, right? And people watched that day. Tons of millions of people watched on national television as that broke down, and it was a full-on riot. And not that long after that, there was gunshots in the building, right? One woman particularly was shot dead.
Actually, 4 people died.
4 people died from the protest.
Yeah.
But are all 4 from...
That I don't know. I don't know if they were from
like gunshots
side or like
okay.
From...
Well, 4 people died then. I'll go off of what you said in belief. People died in this whole scenario because people broke into the Capitol, which I'm gonna have to say in common sense,
don't have been doing in the first place.
You don't do that. Don't do that.
It's common sense.
But I mean, they're going off the aggression. They're going off of someone's word. You know, it sounds very dictatorish. Sounds very mind controlling. Because I mean, as many times as I've seen protests, mainly led by the minorities in terms of civil rights and human rights, I haven't seen one break into a government building, the nation's capital,
trying to interfere with an election, like.
Because I didn't see that for Trump. I saw people upset. I saw people protesting.
Yeah, but again, we just kind of like accepted it, and we're like, all right, well, we'll see what happened in the next 4 years. And
a lot of shit happened in the last 4 years. I'm sure Trump did some good things. Some good things. I can't expect that everything he's done has been absolutely terrible. I'm sure he's done good things, but a lot of the stuff I've seen has more so been
all the bad just outweighs the good that he
against
has
the people
done.
that I support clearly. Mm-hmm. My biggest thing from this, and I'd love to hear your opinion. And I said this to my pops. I said this to my girl. I said this to you guys. I said this to you and Hector on the group chat. I'm like, yo, like imagine. I know as a minority, I take pride as being a minority, being part of different cultures, especially in New York City. It's a whole different beast here. It's not the same thing. We don't experience racism as people do in the West of the States.
I mean,
right?
We do, but not as much.
Not as much.
So yeah.
Yeah, not as much. You know, it's much more severe over there. It's a lot more. It's common here, but it's not as common as over there. Where now we have cameras and stuff and things are recorded. But sadly, even with some of these cases, it doesn't really make a difference, right? Imagine if black people, period, not black protesters, not black, black protesters. Let's just say black protesters because that makes more sense. I wouldn't want to say black people, and that doesn't make any sense at all. Imagine black protesters and rioters went into the Capitol building.
Yeah.
Just imagine that for 1 second for the people who are listening. Straight up. Imagine that. I know, I would like to assume, but I'm in strong belief that it's like, I'm sure most of us know the death count would have been higher. It would have been way higher.
Without a doubt.
Things have apparently escalated from what I've seen before, from smaller protests, from more peaceful protests, in comparison to what had happened that day. And that's wild. That is wild. But what's sad to say before I let you say what you gotta say, I'm not surprised. This doesn't surprise me at all. Bunch of white protesters.
The fact that they did this?
Yeah. No, well, the fact that this is kind of surprised me. I'm like, damn, they really went in there. And they got, well, I'm not gonna, and I've said this to my friends, I'm not gonna want people to die from that. I'm not surprised people died from that scenario. I'm not gonna want that people die, but I still keep going back to like, imagine if there were black protesters. Black protesters
would have been way.
They could have been Republican. I'm not. My grief isn't Republican. Yes, Trump was part of the Republican Party, and yes, maybe as a Democrat or as more associated Democrat or leftist, I can't just assume. I mean, they could be conservative and being left, and I can't just assume they're Republican. But they're more so Trump supporters than anything because those are the flags being waved through and through. And obviously the media exaggerates a lot of stuff. So there was a couple more videos that really went into aggressive tones, like people like on the steps of the Capitol, like what's the term? Reenacting George Floyd's death. Stuff like that. Like it's like extremes, you know, but the media wants to put up extremes. I understand that. I can't look at everything that goes up and go, oh, well, yeah, look, this is why they're fucked up. No. But that was real. Them going in was real. The footage is real. They have over 40 suspects they have now looking for them because they broke in. Anybody who walked in there that was not given permission is an automatic suspect.
Of course, it's a government building. You're not supposed to be there in the first place.
If these
the
were
fact
black
that they
people,
broke into a government building and they thought they could get away with it and they thought they would suffer no consequences from it, it's just like, I don't want to say like surprised, but just like I'm in disbelief that they think this would be okay.
I don't think they thought it would be okay. I just thought that I think that they first of all, I think this is planned out.
Oh yeah,
this was not a
spur of the moment thing. No, this was planned out.
Yeah, this was 100% planned out. No matter what. I mean, what were they gonna do? Walk in there and like stop the count? Like what does the count look like? Did they think it was like 1, 2, stop right there, and then the paper drop? What did they think it was gonna be? That's more so the thing. On January 6th, which was 2 days ago, Donald Trump said, I am asking for everyone at the U.S. Capitol to remain peaceful, no violence. Remember, we are the party of law and order, respect the law, and our great men and women in blue. JK. That's what I'm saying. JK. Police ran. Again, the media is going to put up the extreme shit, so I'm sure you've seen the video of that police officer taking a selfie with one of the protesters that went into the Capitol.
Mm-hmm. And some other police officers, from what it seems, that let them in voluntarily. Right. So
January 6th, same day, please support our Capitol Police and law enforcement. They're truly on our side. Stay peaceful.
Not peaceful.
That's what one tweet was taken down because of what does it say? It violated the Twitter rules. So I'm curious to what it was. Today, 4 hours ago, he tweeted 75 million great American patriots who voted for me, American first, make America great again. We will have a giant voice long as the future. They will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form. And he said 3 hours ago that he will not be going to the inauguration on the 20th. Go fucking figure. I mean, I wouldn't go. You lost that bad. You didn't get reelected. I mean, someone was like, I forgot who it was, but someone was like, yo, go get a babysitter because this is just kid shit. I don't know.
You're a grown-ass man. You're almost 80. Just, Yeah,
but this is how he got elected, though. But this is how he got elected. All this shit. He's like a lot of big thing. Like the most stereotypical thing I've seen like Trump supporters do is like, they're like from media, because I don't personally know Trump supporters. So I'm not going to go into that assumption. Is like...
You don't know any? I thought you did.
Like, personally, that I communicate with almost every day? Maybe one person, but I don't communicate with them like that. And it's never like a conversation that comes up. Yeah, that's it. Is there someone else you think I know? Or you know that I know? Oh. No. Yeah, that's it. But... their biggest thing is like, he says what it is. They love that shit. They love his outlandish shit. It's almost like people watching Love and Hip Hop. They fuck with like the most toxic ones usually because it's like, yeah, I fuck with that. Like, I fuck with their energy. That's what it is. It's Love and Hip Hop shit, or Real Housewives, or what's it called? What's another fucking live or Drag Race? You don't got that one person that you're like, yeah, they're kind of fucked up, but I fuck with that energy. Like, oh, I love her.
I guess so.
I mean, that doesn't mean like because you love a toxic person from Drag Race, you love Donald Trump. I'm just saying people love the straight up person, quote unquote. The drama. People love it, bro. The media loves it. The media wants Donald Trump. I don't care. That's my opinion. The media wants Donald Trump. You get 4 years of straight up drama to report on, not a dry fucking day. This dude does something wrong almost every day, almost every week. He says some bullshit. It's not even that he does something wrong, maybe to us as people who are more democratic or left or just more progressive, in my opinion. Like, he does something. So it's like, wow, this guy has an opinion that a lot of people in the East are against. Put it down on paper. It's lit. I don't know. Are you surprised by this?
I'm surprised they had the balls to do it. I didn't think they had the balls to do it, but they do, apparently. And, you know, they did that. I'm just like, that's crazy.
I don't think they went in without thinking that something was going to go up, you know? Like that's something somebody might have. I mean, they knew people were going to get arrested. I'm sure they knew that. Like, I don't think like Trump supporters are stupid as fuck, but you know, they do think of themselves as better. I'm sure. But then again, you have a president, because he's still the president right now. You have a president who is almost like endorsing it. But it's funny because then he shit talk about like the Black Lives Matter protests and shit.
Yeah, he's like,
it was like, you know, they're gonna get aggressive and blah blah.
He was saying, he tweeted, he was like, "Oh, all these protesters that like are breaking shit, they should be put in jail." But then you have your own supporters that broke into an official government building, broke shit, vandalized it, and then
I'm surprised they didn't vandalize it more.
Same. To be honest, same.
Because I saw like a video where like they were kind of walking in, but funny enough, like a roped area. I'm like, I'm surprised y'all didn't just like take that portrait of Andrew Jackson, just throw on the floor. Like, I'm surprised. I feel like if you're gonna go do that, go all out. Don't like. But I mean, they love America so much. I mean, what did they? I just don't know what they thought they were gonna get from that. I wonder. I gotta look it up though. Like, I wonder where their objective was from the people who planned it, because it was obviously a group of people, and then everybody else followed. They're like, "Fuck yeah, we're gonna go in."
Their purpose? I don't know. Just to cause chaos.
For what?
To show, I don't know, like a last.
That's where I'm like half and half about protests sometimes. If they don't have a true objective, like you could go in there and show numbers and show support. That's only like one step. A big step. Don't get it twisted, because protesting, I'm sure, helps a lot. And I've never been to a protest. I'll be real. Yeah. But an objective. There was no real objective. What? To stop the count?
I guess.
Maybe it's going to happen the next day. The fuck? You got people to drop out, though. From the Senate and shit. Or Congress. I don't know. All is that to say is that shit was wild to find out. I can imagine tons of people that I know, Black people that I know, that I could only imagine how, or just even protesters, minorities. The reason why I always say Black people is because I would like to say Latinos and stuff like that, but we know I do feel like the true minority here are Black people in this country. That's the true minority.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if that was that, they know. I think we all know that the body count would have been
so much higher.
Crazy higher. And that's the part that disappoints the shit out of me.
And Donald Trump would have said some shit, and then supporters
would have been at the Capitol.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Well, of course he's not going to do that to his own people. I don't expect that from him. I feel like a lot of people expect Donald Trump to back off from what he said. That's how you lose followings. You don't. That's not how that works. When you have a following, when someone has a following, or if that person who has a following, you'll understand that that's not how you work.
It just kind of shows how contradictory he is.
Yeah.
Because he didn't keep that same energy for his supporters. Like, you shouldn't be doing this.
That being said, by the 20th, it's a whole different time. You know.
Think he's going to get impeached?
From now to the 20th? Probably not.
Probably not?
No. what's the benefit? I guess he has 20 days to do whatever. I mean, he has about 12. We're filming on the 8th of January. I guess he has 12 days to do whatever he wants. Not really. I mean,
because he's a danger to the U.S. government.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets, I mean, I know Senator Chuck Schumer, shout out to Chuck Schumer, sort of, kind of, I don't know. Mentioned that he wants him out of office, but like in the next 12 days, I mean, I don't know my poli sci enough to know what you could do in the next 12 days, but I'm gonna assume not much. But yeah. That being said, before we go, I'm sure you guys remember, the longer time listeners, for a while we were doing word of the week. We're gonna bring that back real quick. We were kind of trying. We were gonna change it to something else.
Cha-cha.
I think we'll switch it back to word of the week. So you guys leave here every week with learning something absolutely new, or maybe not. The point is that we want to teach you guys something before you go. But in correlation to more so scamming from earlier, you eBay. I don't want to be so aggressive. I don't want to be so aggressive because I might still want to sell stuff on eBay. It's not really eBay's fault because I understand they have buyer protection and he claimed it as a defective item. It just fucks me up because then I'm out $500. But
so you can't sell that item again?
I can sell it again. Okay. I don't want to at this point.
Okay.
I don't want to. Like, it makes me like, it's like what I said. I wanted to have a camera. I was gonna get another camera to mainly take pictures with. I'm gonna just use this back again. It's just I just wanted to use a different mount, but I'm gonna keep this to take pictures again, because I want to have a camera just around all the time to take pictures. Like, I feel like that's something I want to do more often. Just take pictures more often, but like of everyday shit of mine. When I'm not at home, always have a camera around me. If I'm supposed to be a producer, photographer, videographer, I should be it's like, oh, there's the guy with the camera, you know? In correlation to the thing we talked about with eBay, is scamming, but more importantly, phishing emails. Have you heard of a phishing email, Karina?
No.
Do you know what phishing means?
Cast a line and just wait for a fish to catch it.
No, you silly goose. That's the wrong phishing. Oh, I knew you were going to say that. No, phishing is not spelled like the fish, F-I-S. Yes, not that phishing. It is P-H-I-S-H-I-N-G. Phishing.
Okay.
With P-H. The fraudulent practice of sending emails perpetrating to be a reputable company in order to induce individuals to reveal personal information such as passwords, credit card numbers. So the reason why I wanted to choose that even though the line of scam that I'm coming from for my recent experience is not really a big one in comparison to what could occur from this, it is still something important to kind of keep in mind, which in terms of phishing, they're targeted towards older people. When it comes to phishing emails, I'm sure you've seen this one before. It's the most common one, which is there's a prince who wants to give you money because you've inherited it. I'm sure you've heard about that one before. Yes. So that's a super popular one. Let me see if I can find the exact script. Prince wants to send money email. It's like a super simple email. Nigerian prince, right? So they're called the Nigerian prince email scams. It's perhaps one of the longest running internet frauds. It's like foreign money exchanges, and so what happens is that they lure you by offering you a share of a large investment opportunity or as a fortune they can't get out of the country without your help, right? So they ask you for either your bank account number so they can transfer the money, or for a small payment, right? Usually around $100 to $200. So then they use that money as the transfer fee, right? And then next thing you know, you have $500,000. But that being said, you're not going to get $500,000, or $500, or even $5. You're going to get nothing. You're going to just get scammed out. This is how a typical email would be from a quote unquote Nigerian prince. The really stupid part of me wants to do this in an accent. The smarter me is not going to do an accent. I'm not going to do an accent. Dear beloved friend. No, I'm kidding. I'm not gonna do that. No,
Don't.
I'm kidding. It's acting. No. Dear beloved friend, I know this message will come to you as a surprise, but permit me of my desire to go into business relationship with you. I miss Naomi Surugaba, a daughter to the late al-Badari Surugaba of Libya, whom was murdered during the recent civil war in Libya in March 2011. Of course, is old. Before my death, my late father was a strong supporter and member of the late Muammar. I'm not going to read that out loud. In Tripoli, meanwhile, by the incident, my late father came across the sum of $4,200,000. Right, which he deposited in a bank here in the Republic of West Africa for safekeeping. I'm here seeking an avenue to transfer the funds to you, only if you're a reliable and a trustworthy person to invest the fund. I am here and blah blah. I will offer you 20% of the total 4.2, and I just want to urgently send it to your bank account for investment purposes. So what would happen is that you would reply to an alternative email, right? And you would reply. They would either ask you for your bank account number and or money. This money is usually like from Money Order or like MoneyGram or a gift card. You will send them that and they will like, thanks. And then you're out that money. I've been caught in a scam before, but it wasn't like that. It was more like I thought I was going to get a Nintendo Switch, and sadly, it was this year that passed by, and I've given them 2 Virgils.
Stupid.
I know. It was sad of me. That was really sad. That was stupid of me. Learn from my mistakes. So that is what I want to leave you with, is a phishing email. If you were to write a phishing email, Karina,
okay,
what would be the sum of money you would tell them that you had, and what country would you be from?
I would have,
because oddly enough, it is legitimately called the Nigerian prince scam. And that's because when this first started, it was mainly quote unquote, I am a Nigerian prince and I'm just transferring funds, etc. That's literally how that worked out. And a lot of people fall for it. People fall for it to this day. But email like accounts like Yahoo and Gmail and Hotmail and Microsoft Outlook, they all have gone better of making sure to filter that out as scam.
I still get them, not from like a Nigerian prince, but I get them from like Apple saying they need my fucking password because someone trying to break in. Right. I'm just like, I look at the email sent from it. I'm just like, that doesn't look right. So I just won't.
Another one, by the way, for people who don't know this, and this is actually way more common and people don't get this, it will be a link you'll get via text. And I'll say your Amazon package was delivered. Click this link to check the tracking. And that is a phishing link.
Nah.
That link is used. And the next thing you know, you have like a Trojan, which if you guys saw our virus episodes, a Trojan is something you download unknowingly. And next thing you know, you open it and then it contaminates your phone or computer. So again, where would you be from and how much money? I want you to convince it. Convince it.
I guess England would be the most convincible, right?
Okay, you're from England.
From England.
Yes. Hello. I'm Karina.
I'm Catherine.
I'm Catherine. Yes. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're leaning into it. I'm Catherine, and
I'm a long lost cousin of Harry. And what's the other one?
Ron. And here, and I'm from the proud Republic of Hogwarts. And you have.
I have come across a long lost sum of money from the Queen Elizabeth herself.
Okay.
And I need a small donation of £5, which is, I don't know how much is $.
Damn, girl, £5 is bullshit. You need more than that. That's heavy, bro. You need something heavier. Hold on, £5 and £5 to dollars. Dang, girl, how much you think £5 is?
I don't know, like $10. How much is that?
$6. First of all, why are you talking about hundreds of pounds?
You have to keep it low so it's believable.
But then at that point, you're only getting $5 each time. You know how many emails you're gonna have to send?
1,000.
You want £5? I feel like that's more English, right?
I think so. Oh.
I don't know the difference between English and British accents.
Me either. I know there's Cockney, which is like.
Excuse me?
Right? That's a thing.
Cockney?
Yeah.
Cockney is a thing?
I think so.
I'm a 5-year-old, so Cockney is funny. Cockney. It's a certain type of Londoner.
See?
Yes. A native of East London, traditionally born within hearing of bow bells.
I have no idea what that means.
It's a type of person. Sure. So it's like almost like a New Yorker, where Cockney is one. Cockney. Oh, Cockney. No, that's Australian, right? Oh. All right.
This isn't racist, right? No, I don't think it is. It's fine.
It's not a race, because it's like you could make fun of New Yorker. They're from New York. But then if I do an African accent, you see, that's where it's different. That's where it's so different. Yo, you know what's funny? I like see a lot of people doing like Spanish accents or Latino accents, and I'm like, should I be offended by this? Like, I'm not. I find it
funny.
It is funny. Like, I shouldn't assume if I'm not. First of all, I shouldn't do like an accent of whatever other race,
anything,
because I see other people doing it.
Right.
But some people be killing the Latin accents. I hate the one stereotypical thing I hate, before we go, is the fact that we speak fast.
Apparently. I guess so, yeah. The
rice and bean stuff, but all countries eat rice and beans, so I'm just kind of like, What's another one? Well, I don't hear these stereotypes as much anymore. Spicy food, like, I don't think we have the spiciest food.
We don't.
I think, like, Indian
I think
people,
Asia does. Oh
well, yeah, Asian.
Yeah, Asia,
yeah. Asian has way spicier food, in a good way. What's another one? We should retire the spicy Latino thing, though. That's actually kind of weird now.
Spicy Latino.
Yeah, that's a thing. That was a different thing. Spicy Latino, or like Oriental is another thing, but that's obviously different. But yeah, that should we should retire. But yeah, I feel like people kill the. It's usually. I mean, I'm not talking about white people. You stay out of that lane.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. I'm talking about other minorities. Like, when other minorities do it, it's funny. But when it's y'all, it's just kind of like, yo, like, can we just have this? Can we just have this? Like, leave us alone. Let us make fun of each other, and then we'll make fun of you at the meantime. But yeah, okay. Well, that being said, guys, we appreciate y'all coming through for another episode of the Too Much Internet Podcast. Every week, I'm going to still say Thursday, but either Wednesday or Thursday we'll be here.
Wednesday/Thursday.
12 a.m. on the dot. Episode drops on not only YouTube, which you just go to youtube.com and you search Too Much Internet, but you go on, that's right, ready? We're going to count it. Spotify, boo. Apple Podcasts, bam. Amazon Music, plow. Google Podcasts, Shazam. SoundCloud, whoopio. What's another one? That's mainly
YouTube?
it.
I guess YouTube,
and then YouTube,
right?
Yeah. Shazam. But then there's like other websites that also like kind of cast their stuff like third party hand. So if you really want to go check it out, you just search up Too Much Internet Podcast.
I guess
on Google
so.
searches.
Yeah, sure.
Or Bing if you're into that, I guess. I don't know. And make sure you go follow us. Myself at Thank You Eddin, Karina at Karina is gonna be okay. On Twitter at the TMI Pod, on Instagram at Too Much Internet. Check us out. I'm really trying to find out who's in it. I'm not gonna say it right now what I was saying, because then it'll be cheating, because you could go just look at the end of the episode, but I want to know who in the middle of this ep found that thing that I said to get that thing. You know what I'm saying? Is that salt on your, what is that? A salt shaker?
Don't worry about it.
That's fine. Well, guys, thank you so much for being here. We'll see you guys next week. Bye.
Bye.